Hey, so I'm in here in my grow room, well, as it will function as for this growing season. What it really is, though, is my son's old bedroom, as you can see by the loft bed and Star Wars poster. My son upgraded to a larger room now that my sister moved out. She used to stay with us. And so some of his old stuff is still in here. It also became like a catch-all, like I have holiday stuff in here, furniture that doesn't have a home. So it's been kind of a hodgepodge. And then one day I said, oh, why don't I just do my plant seed starting in here? So here we are. The real plan, though, that I was gonna make this room an office, you know, because I work from home a few days a week, but I don't know. I've been kind of liking the vibe of just having my own space to do my seed starting and stuff. I don't know. Do I really need an office? Working from the couch is fine. What I really need is a growing oasis for plants and living things. What I loved, though, being in here is all my space, everything was in one place, because typically I do my gardening setup and start downstairs, like in my dining room. And then when it gets warm enough, I can move outside to like our patio table. But things are a little here, a little there. Some things are in the garage. Here, everything is in one place. When the seeds are started, my seedlings will be in here. And last night I lit some incense and played some music. And it was like so nice and quiet after the kids all were in the bed. And I think that's what I want for myself. I deserve. But let's get into these seeds, because that's what the title of the video is for this spring garden. Okay, it's very chaotic. I just dumped out all my new seeds that I got from Baker Creek. So I'm going to organize so that it doesn't look like this and come back. For brassicas, I'm going to be starting quite a few. So I'm going to be starting some tatsoi, bok choy, purple lady bok choy, some rainbow Swiss chard, Ford Hook giant Swiss chard, ruby red Swiss chard, some dwarf blue curled kale. Yeah, me too. Broccoli, Castle Dome broccoli hybrid, Chinese broccoli, lacinato kale, and red tatsoi. Sweet peppers, I'm doing a Grand Bell mix, California Wonder, Orange Bell, Ozark Giant.
Oh, that's a giant.
And a sweet banana.
I like banana.
For spicy peppers, I have this salsa blend. I'm not sure what the variety exactly is, but that's what they're calling it. They're probably like some kind of cayenne or something, I don't know. Early jalapeno. Habanero.
I hate habanero.
Fish pepper. They have the most beautiful leaves.
I like fish.
Ancho poblano hot pepper.
I hate that.
And sugar rush red.
I love sugar.
And last but not least, for the tomatoes, I'm going to be doing some mushroom basket tomatoes.
I hate
Sart Roluis, I think that's how you say it, tomatoes. Cherokee purple.
I hate purple.
Black strawberry.
I love strawberry.
Sweet million, this is a cherry tomato. Big rainbow. Large red cherry. This is a determinate container variety called Roma VF. And another determinate container variety is Veranda Red. These did really well for me last year.
What's that?
As you can see, I have tons of other seeds, but that's what I'm going to start tonight, and then I'll probably do some more tomorrow, but I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I want to make sure that I, kind of pace exactly when I'm planting out. To prepare my soil for my seedlings, I start with an empty storage container like this, And then I use a standard seed starting mix. You want something light and fluffy that can be gentle to the seedlings. I take my mix and then I just dump it in the container. And I like these deep containers because I can fill my pots pretty easily, and you'll see in a second. So I use 2 bags here. See how nice and fluffy and light that is? Perfect for those little young seedlings. Now you're going to pre-moisten, and this is going to take a little back and forth. So first I start with some water and add as needed to get the right consistency. So you want something that is maybe like crumbly, like brownie mix almost. Just something that is moistened enough where it's not super dry, because if you have any experience with this, which is cocoa coir based, filling with water after the fact can be challenging. See, we're almost here in that clip. It will tend to like overflow or kind of expand on you when they're already in their pots, and you don't want that. So this right here, where it's kind of staying together but it's not soaking wet, this is the consistency you want. And just showing you again what that should look like to make it easier for you to fill your seeding trays. So, and this is why I like the deep containers, I just put my seed tray at the bottom and just start filling it in and leveling it out. So I definitely had an issue with labeling in the past, and not to say that that still won't be an issue, but I'm gonna try my best this time. So I'm going to pre-label. This way I don't forget, I don't place something and say, oh, I'll remember, and then never remember, because I never do. So I'm starting with tomatoes, and I'm just going to take the tomato, write out how many I plan on seeding right now. I'm gonna start with 3 apiece, 3 per variety, and get these all ready, so then when I do actually put them in their cells, I know where to place them and they're already ready. Something else I forgot to mention that's important, make sure you put the date on the back, because you're always going to want to reference when you started that seed. I'm going to start with the one I'm most excited about, which is the Sart Roloise. I hope that's how you say it. I like to do 2 seeds per cell, and I'm gonna do 3 in a row. And you know what, I originally was only gonna do 3 of this, but since I really want this variety, I'm gonna do 4, so I have to make an extra little name tag. So there's 4, and I'm just gonna press that down. Cover it up. And before I move on, I will mark these so I don't make a mistake. Next, let's do some Cherokee purple. So I switched tops from this one, and I started some more seeds, but I started from this high top to this one because it just wasn't fitting and I wasn't getting that condensation kind of steamy hothouse kind of situation. So I just took the tall tags off because it didn't fit in this shorter lid. So let's see, I think I have some germination. Okay, oh wow, this got really tall pretty fast because I just checked the other day and I saw like 1 or 2 little sprouts, but look at this, it's pretty tall already. So yeah, looks like don't have any germination here, but I have it here. Pretty much everything, mostly everything looks like I've got some sprouts. Let me take it off the shelf for a second to take a look. So these cherry tomatoes have not popped up yet. 2 of the Veranda Red have not. And I see a little something here on the Roma. Oh yeah, on 2 of the Romas. So nope, all of them actually. There's a tiny one here coming up. And then the one I showed you guys I was super excited for, the Sart Roloise. I got multiple seeds germinating in these 2, but nothing in here, but that's okay. It could still come up. And look how tall, I mean, oh, this came behind. Can you see? Oh, I'm sorry, it's messing up. I just can't believe how leggy they've gotten. I mean, it's kind of crazy to me. I've never had seeds sprout up this tall and get leggy this fast, but it's okay. I'm about to get the lights on these and they should start looking much better shortly. Okay, I'm gonna put these back on the heating mat on the shelf. I'm gonna turn the lights on to get those going in the right direction. These are all my pepper seeds. None of them have germinated yet. Growing at a much slower rate, but I'm just gonna continue to wait. But all the tomatoes are up. So I'll cover this back up and just put the lights on. So lights are up. Let's hope these start looking in better shape, start reaching toward the sky. I'm actually, I think I'm gonna put something under this. If you watched my last video about how I kind of put the shelf together, these are not adjustable with the chains to bring them lower. So I'm just gonna raise these higher by putting a tray or something underneath. So I just took 2 of my trays and put them on one on top of the other to bring it closer to the light. And I'm willing to use cardboard boxes, whatever works, whatever works. Okay. Little update. It is now March 1st. So it's been 12 days and I have pretty much 100% germination except, and I misspoke earlier, this is not a cherry tomatoes, these are the ground cherries. And if I recall, I think last year I started these in my arrow garden. So I'll just start those again in there. Maybe they're a little more tricky, but everything else came up really nicely. Even the ones that were leggy, they got a bit leggy, but they look good. They're, you know, they'll be fine. You've got some true leaves starting to poke out. As for the peppers, not as successful. As you can see, they did end up coming up, but I want you to notice something, that my sweet peppers, the bell peppers, they pretty much all germinated. Actually, they did. All of them have at least 2 cells of germination, really all 3. The only one that is missing one is the Grand Bell mix. But the spicy peppers are the ones that are struggling. Now, I have heard that spicy peppers are slower, so I'm gonna have to do another round of hot peppers just to be safe, and I think I'm good on the sweet peppers, but yeah. And then these are eggplant, my Chinese string eggplant, which is the one I really wanted the most. I only got one little seedling here that doesn't look great, so I'm going to go ahead and start that and probably a couple peppers in my aero garden. Anytime I'm having trouble with a seed or it has a reputation for being difficult, I just do it in my aero garden. And just showing some of my other seedlings that I didn't put on camera, but these are my brassicas. And then down here I have some cucumbers, corn, and some melon. So new things starting in here. So far so good. I will give an update when they're a little further along and they have some true leaves and are a little bigger. And then I'll also do a video on the aero garden. So thanks for watching.